Hey friends, we are headed out U-picking today. We're going to a vegetable U-pick farm and see what we get. I'm expecting to get enough stuff or the types of stuff to make possibly some salsa and then go from there. But wanted to take you along on our U-picking and food preservation adventure. I am not an experienced canner. I have done a little bit of water bath canning, but I recently got a pressure canner that I still haven't taken out of the box, and I need to do that. I need to get it out of the box. I need to start getting comfortable with it and work it into my kitchen routines. So I figured I would take you along on that journey. So not trying to give any canning advice or anything like that. I don't feel like I'm qualified for that at all. But sometimes it's fun to just go on the journey of learning together. And so that's what we're gonna do, but gotta get the stuff to preserve first. So we're gonna head to the U-pick farm and see what we can find. Nope, I have my hands full. You picked that pumpkin, you gotta carry it. Yeah, it's perfect. It's like the perfect pumpkin.
It's so heavy.
First thing I'm going to work on is just getting these green bell peppers diced up, and then I think I'm just going to freeze them in a Ziploc bag because they will be super easy to pull out and put on pizza or put in stir fries or scrambles or different things like that. And with peppers, it's really nice because you don't have to blanch them or cook them before you freeze them, so they're easy just to chop up and throw in the freezer. A quick interruption to say thank you to Element for sponsoring the video today. Element is an electrolyte supplement. They have these little drink mixes that you can use. They also have a sparkling electrolyte beverage that you can get that's ready to drink, which is delicious. But I love these little packets. They're so convenient to just drop into my purse, into any bag I have, and I always have my electrolytes on the go. And I really love the variety of flavor options they have. They have a whole bunch of fruity, delicious, refreshing flavors. They also have this spicy flavor, mango chili, which like has a kick to it. And then they also have some warm flavors like chocolate and chocolate caramel, which are perfect for when the weather is turning and you want something warm and cozy rather than cold and refreshing. So if you want to try some of the different flavors of Element, you can get this free sample pack just by using my link, drinkelement.com/indigo, drinklmnt.com/indigo. Click that link, place an order for anything on the website, either the drink mixes or the sparkling element, and you will automatically get the free sample pack added. It has 8 of their regular flavors for you to try. Thanks again to Element for sponsoring the video today. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is this charred tomato and chili salsa. It's from this book, Canning for a New Generation, which I have had for a really long time, but this is honestly the first time I've ever done anything out of it. I have ambitions sometimes, and then I don't do anything with them. But we're starting now. No time like the present. So I didn't want to show the entire recipe because it is a cookbook, but it involves broiling the tomatoes and the garlic, onion, and jalapenos under the broiler. and doing that. So instead of like boiling the water, throwing them in and throwing them into ice water to get the skins off, you can get the skins off by broiling them in the oven. So I thought that sounded easier, and a charred tomato salsa sounds really good. So I'm going to start working on that. I am going to try to can this. You don't have to use a pressure canner, so I'm just going to use my water bath canner on this, and we will see how it goes. I don't know. All but one of my jars sealed, so that was very exciting. I had a little bit left and I was gonna just keep it in the fridge and use it up, but then since one of my jars didn't seal, and that was a day before yesterday, so this is 2 days later. Since that one jar didn't seal, I did stick it in the fridge right away, of course. And so I had enough that I was like, I'm just gonna reprocess and do another batch. So I have the salsa over here heating up, and I have my jars over here getting sanitized again, and I'm gonna just do a real quick reprocess of that. And then I also wanted to show you my pickles. These we started a couple of weeks ago, and they are ready to transfer to the fridge. That's the only downside to lacto-fermented vegetables and things, is that it does have to go in the fridge when it's done fermenting. You can't just stick it on the shelf, or else it'll keep fermenting, and that won't be good. So it does take up a lot of fridge space, but I basically need to just take the rings off and the lids off and put the white lids on. This is the jar that we already opened up to taste, And Talia said they were good. I tried some, they were good. Levi ate 3, one after the other. So I think he is also a fan. So I'm going to work on just getting these into the fridge and then reprocessing the rest of the salsa. A lot of the corn on the cob got eaten, but the stuff that was left, I blanched and vacuum packed, vacuum sealed, and I'm going to throw it in the freezer. So I took the last of the big tomatoes, there's just a few left, and the Roma tomatoes, and got the skins off of those and de-seeded them fairly well. There's still some seeds in here, but I got a lot of the seeds out, and I'm just cooking this down for a like spaghetti sauce, pasta sauce, just to finish it off. I'm not planning on canning it. It's not enough really to do that. And actually, I made this pesto the other day, and it was just too garlicky for me. I put in 2 big raw cloves of garlic, and it was just too much. So I thought I'll just stir this into my pasta sauce, and that will help it not go to waste, and it'll disperse the garlic throughout the whole pot of sauce. So that is my plan for using that up. And I think the last stuff I have in the fridge to work on is just the cayenne peppers. They're super spicy, and I actually am going to try to make my own cayenne pepper hot sauce, like a Frank's Red Hot sauce. I have never done that before, so we shall see how it works out. I made a pasta dish with, like, I don't know, maybe 1/3 of the sauce I made. I added 4 pounds of ground beef, and so I made a pasta dish for dinner, and this is what I have left over of the sauce. I'm thinking, I think I might freeze it. I'm not sure. I might just throw it in the fridge. I might freeze it, and it'll be another probably 1 or 2 meals. I'm ready to try a small batch of the cayenne pepper sauce. I took out seeds because I don't want it too crazy spicy. I've never done this before. The recipe that I'm using, I will link down in the description. I'm making a couple changes just because of what I have on hand. I don't have white vinegar. I don't think. If I do, I will use white vinegar. But if I don't, I will use apple cider vinegar. Hopefully that won't ruin it. And then also it called for canola oil, and I will use some avocado oil instead. And it's just going to be a tiny, tiny batch. I kind of just want to see how it goes, and if it's great, maybe we'll do it more in the future. I did have some white vinegar, so in here I have the cayenne peppers, some onion, clove of garlic, white vinegar, did I already say that? Some paprika, that was interesting that the paprika was added as an ingredient, and salt and some lemon juice. The recipe called for lime juice, but I only had lemon juice, so we're going to do that. And then now it's supposed to boil for a while, like I think 20 to 25 minutes before we blend it. It looks like Frank's Red Hot sauce. It smells similar to Frank's Red Hot sauce. And it burns my nose like that vinegar burn when I smell it, like Frank's Red Hot sauce. All right, that's how much I made. I put it in my tiny cute jar, and I took a little taste of it on my finger. It is so good. Oh my goodness. It is similar to Frank's Red Hot sauce, but honestly, I think it's better. Like, it is so delicious. So I'm excited to make some wings with this soon. Oh, it's gonna be so good. And obviously I'm not canning this since it was such a tiny, tiny batch. I'm just gonna keep it in the fridge and we will use it up.